I found this amazing AI tool hidden somewhere inside Cloudinary, and it's simple and elegant, and it will change the game for web developers like you and I. A lot of developers work kind of on their own or maybe in a small team, and they don't have a full design department or a full shooting studio for media. They just get the media as is and you just deal with it. And a lot of the time, adding a correct crop to an image is really hard to do because the matter that's on the image that you need might get cropped off in a weird way. Or sometimes there's way too much on an image and you kind of just want to remove like the hot air balloon from that sky because you need a clean sky. Well, this Cloudinary AI can do that in a really easy way, and we can just do it on the URL of the image in the browser. Well, let's go to the browser and I'll show you how that works. Alright, this is use case number 1. So we are now looking at a fashion show. And so the photographer obviously took the pictures exactly like how the models walk to get the full view of the look. Well, as you can see, there's a few gaps in this grid, and imagine your customer or your client, whoever you want to call them, asked, hey, can't you just make these square? Well, when you make them square, you have to crop them out, and then you lose the head and the feet of these models. Well, that's an obvious no-go, right? So what you have to do is actually add some padding on the sides and fill that up with AI. Well, Cloudinary has your back, so let's have a look. So when I press this button, I just changed the URLs of these images and Cloudinary served the image with AI generated. And so of course I did that once before, so the generation is fast. So look at that. The sides are completely filled. This is awesome. And sometimes there's some interesting stuff happen. This is like a little clock here, and there's like somebody with a white jacket, and here there's Michael Jackson. I don't know. Anyways, this is actually not too distracting and it works pretty well. The looks are still well defined, everything is cool. So let's have a look at the original image to see what I did with just the base URL of this image. So you can see here the base URL of this image is just the aspect ratio of 600 by 900. So that's like the tall image, right? So now that we know the basics, let's have a look at what this generative AI image looks like. So there's not that much more here. So we have a bgen fill, so it knows it has to do something with filling. And then we pad it, and then we make the aspect ratio 1 by 1. And so that pad actually looks at, okay, this is my image, and it needs padding added, and I have generative fill set up in my URL. So let's have a look what this aspect ratio is now, and it's like 1 by 1, so it became wider. So it actually added stuff in. In this case, there's like a little wall came here and a few more people. And this is just perfectly fine here. And so there's actually a bunch of different things that Cloudinary does with different cropping modes and paddings, right? So you can add a normal pad like we just did, or a limited pad, or there's a minimum pad and a fill pad, and they all kind of do slightly different things to make sure that your padding is correct. But you can also tell it go up north and fill it there, or go to the west and fill it there. And so there's all this lovely stuff here that works incredibly well. Alright, on to the next use case. So this is a picture that I took the other day from my garden, and there was a hot air balloon because that's when you take the picture and stuff like that happens. But imagine you need this image without the balloon just to have on a background of an image of a website somewhere. Well, let's remove that balloon with AI, and you actually give it a prompt to Cloudinary in the URL, and it just does it for you. So let's remove. There you go. And it's completely gone. And so let's have a look at what that looks like when I don't remove it. So it's just a normal image, Q auto, F auto, the width, whatever. And now let's remove it, and now let's open it. Oh, open in a new tab. And so now, if you can see, we have an gen remove with a prompt. And the prompt is just the balloon, because it knows it has to remove something, and you just tell it the balloon. There you go, balloon is gone. When I actually remove this again, balloon is back, balloon is gone. This is crazy. You just do it on the URL and you can give it a prompt. Holy moly. It's relatively simple. It doesn't do all the crazy things that you might see in, Midjourney or whatever, but this is an excellent use case for web developers like you and I, who just need to get away with things like this, and this is perfect for that. Anyways, think about the possibilities that this gives you in an e-commerce space, or removing shadows from products and things like that. It just works incredibly well for that kind of stuff at scale. Anyways, that's what I wanted to show you today. Happy coding. Cheers.